A man was convicted of brutally killing and cannibalizing his very own mother in Minnesota. Found guilty of second-degree murder, Leif Jordahl faces sentencing.
The caller said that a young man admitted to killing his mother inside their home.
Alrighty guys, last time we made a funny video eating raw meat and we were just joking, we're really drunk.
If someone can notify the police or the authorities or someone can help, I'm going to stay here.
The woman found dead in her home this morning was a city council member.
Welcome back to Groom World. I'm your host, Devin Roberts. Today we have a story that is so gruesome, so grim, that you might want to make sure nobody is around you when you watch this. I'm not playing, man. Leif Jordahl, who is 26 years old, is a Minnesota man. However, this Minnesota man has been convicted of a demonic, vicious murder. The victim, his mother, 62-year-old Rosalie Rose Johnson, was a Big Lake Council member. Her son Eric decided to not only brutally dismember her, but also proceeded to cannibalize her. You can't make this stuff up. This incident, a straight up scene out of a horror movie, all took place inside their home. Jordahl claimed that the devil was inside of him when these tragic events occurred. I mean, what the hell was really going through his mind? Authorities arrived, and throughout the residence they found parts of Rose's body as well as blood scattered and splattered all through the house. Human tissue and a butcher's knife was spotted on the table. Eric's defense team has developed a strategy claiming that he is mentally ill. I mean, which I agree with, it's pretty obvious, right? In addition, they are claiming he is not guilty. But not to worry, he was convicted on 2 counts of second-degree murder.
It's been a couple of hours now, I think. I'm not sure. I was trying to find my way out and I can't.
Humans were made to actually eat raw meat more than anything. But you always have to prepare it right. You have to salt it properly and you have to use preservatives.
So why in the hell does this matter for a case that's 6 years old, dating back all the way to July 2020? Well, sure, the case has shocked the Big Lake community, if not traumatized them. I mean, I'm traumatized now. This case has forced the community to address issues regarding mental health, how the criminal justice system handles cases such as these, and the calling for better support and resources for all individuals that are struggling with severe mental illness.
He didn't touch you, so you need to stop now.
Now that makes sense. You see, the brutal nature of this crime and murder has inevitably encouraged more discussions regarding the factors that can lead to such extreme violence in a family setting, of course. Now, according to court documents, on July 23, 2020, Jordahl's father, Andrew Jordahl, came home from work and found his son covered in blood. The son told him, "The devil exists, it's in me, and I ate Mom." Andrew Jordahl then found his wife's jaw on the kitchen counter and called 911. Man, I don't even know if I'd be able to call 911. I would be in so much shock.
Who you are, where you are, whatever. So help me understand, because I'm like a really good listener.
Police discovered blood, hair, tissue, and brain matter throughout the home, as well as Rosalie Johnson's scalp against a wall in the basement. Now, Jordahl admitted to punching his mom, using a fan as a weapon, and then stabbing and cannibalizing her while she was still alive. Rose was found to have severe injuries to her face and head, to say the least.
Considerate action logically before it gets to that point, before the emotions drive you to say, get out of here, and I don't care where you go.
And in case you're curious, in modern contexts, cannibalism is almost exclusively associated with severe mental illness or sexual disorders. This according to PubMed Central. To go into greater detail, subjects may enter severe psychosis. Individuals suffering from schizophrenia or other psychotic disorders may experience delusions that drive them to cannibalism. Now, sexual cannibalism, vorophilia, a rare paraphilic disorder where an individual derives erotic pleasure from the idea or act of consuming others or being consumed. Cases like Jeffrey Dahmer fall under this category.
They find the woman's head in a burlap sack, and there's just body parts everywhere.
Okay, back to the case. Now here's the breakdown. July 23rd, 2020, Andrew Jordahl found his son covered in blood, called 911. 2021, Eric Jordahl was found incompetent to stand trial, slowing down the case. In 2023 and 24, Jordahl was deemed competent to stand trial, leading his attorneys to claim he was not guilty by reason of mental illness. On April 9, 2026, Jordahl was convicted of 2 counts of second-degree murder, the second stage of the trial. To determine if Jordahl is not guilty due to mental illness, it's expected to take place on April 13, 2026. According to the Minnesota Star Tribune, the twisted son, 26, attacked his mother because she told him to go to bed, breaking out into a fatal fit of punching, stabbing, and biting. The ultimate adult tantrum. Get the hell out of my house. You feel me?
What? Come on, little boy.
1,000 more times this is true. Everything, the homework, the anxiety, I can't do it anymore.
You need to go to school.
I'm not going to school. Delete that video. I'll call the cops right now and they'll come and remove it for you.
Family and friends dedicated a bench in Big Lakes Lakeside Park to memorialize her 3 months after the shocking murder. Scott Zettervall, a fellow city council member, told the Times, "It's the perfect memorial. It's a place for conversation, reflection, and relaxation." Now, the guilty finding ends the first phase of a case that's dragged on for years. Whether Jordahl ultimately goes to prison or is ordered into treatment will depend on the outcome of next week's sanity phase hearing. Court schedules and any future filings will determine how quickly the case moves toward a final resolution.
As this relationship continues to get worse, things deteriorate, you find yourself at all not liking this young person you raised. The longer it goes, is it going to get better or worse?
Jordahl, now 26 years old, waived his right to a jury trial and so was processed by the Judge Schomer, who found him guilty on all counts, including first-degree murder, which has an automatic life sentence. Judge Schomer will hear evidence as to why he should not be found not guilty by reason of mental illness. If she rules in favor of this, Jordahl will likely avoid time in prison and instead be sent to a psychiatric facility.
Authorities have been out here all day in Big Lake.
So again, here's the meat, here's the one thinly cut, and you can see the different color, you can see the outside.
After a man called 911 this morning and told them that his adult son admitted to killing his mother.
You're listening to Grimworld, the only channel that dares to explore true stories such as these. Please subscribe and check out our Spotify. I'm out.